Freedom's puppies are coming on 3 weeks old, and today we're going to do a little grooming tutorial. Just really starting to desensitize these guys to being brushed. I'm going to run the clippers over each one of their bodies just so they can start feeling the vibrations. Very important to start this process early. This is Little Girl Orange. She is a phantom puppy. She's got those beautiful contrasting colors on her face, her muzzle, her legs. Great job, Sweet Pea. Very nice. Good girl. Nice job. I have Little Boy Blue here. As you know, with Bernie Doodle puppies, or really any type of Doodle puppy, there's going to be a lot of grooming that goes on with these puppies throughout their entire life. So starting this process at this age is great. They are now entering what's known as the early socialization stage. Hi. Yes, so their eyes are open. Their ears are open. They're starting to explore their little surroundings. He's handling this beautifully. Look at that. Oh, very nice. Good boy. Now he's an apricot puppy, and you may be wondering why we have such an interesting lineup in regards to the coloring of this litter. And genetically speaking, although Freedom carries the party gene, which allows those traditional markings of the Bernedoodle to come through, she is not party herself. She is actually solid. So that's why we have a lot of puppies in this litter that are solid. In a perfect genetic world with this litter, we would have had half traditionally marked as far as the markings are concerned, and half solid, but the way the genetics happened to line up this time, it was a little bit different. We have more solid than we have traditional. This is Boy Blue. Okay, we are back with Girl Plum, another apricot puppy. She's got beautiful wave in her coat. And of course, as F1Bs, we're gonna see that these coats are definitely more wavy than what you would see in an F1 generation. Because remember, your F1 generation is just a poodle mixed with a Bernese mountain dog. Okay, so being that these are an F1B generation and Toby's an F1, he's got that really nice doodle coat. And of course, Freedom being a poodle, she brings a lot of that extra wave and curl to their coat. I'm not too sure if I told you, but this is Girl Plum. I think I did. There we go. Very nice. Very good. Great job. Good girl, Sweet Pea. This is Boy Red, and I have named him Boy Red just because he is the reddest puppy in the litter. I love this deep, richness of his coat. He's so pretty. He's got the cutest little reddest eyelashes. I don't know if you can see that, but his eyelashes are super long. Wavy coat. Yes. Hey. That is. You sniffing that? There we go. Puppies are really handling this very well. They have just finished their biosensor training, which is the very first round of handling that we do in puppy culture. It's known as super dog training. I didn't film any of that with this litter, but there are lots of really great health benefits that go along with super dog training. And one of those things are to help puppies acclimate to stressful situations. And you know, you can see right now that typically if we had not done that on a litter of 3-week-old puppies already, we would have a lot of squirming and probably some vocalization at this point. Good job, buddy. Good job. You did great. Good boy. We are back with Boy Gray. Now, in talking about genetics, he's got a little bit of dew in his coat, so just working on that, pulling that out of there. So talking about those genetics like I did before, this is a puppy that follows traditional markings in terms of the coat pattern for your Bernedoodle. Okay. That is just, sorry, I know that doesn't feel great. Here we go. Sometimes that's a little bit better. Here you go. You can see he's got that beautiful wide blaze, white muzzle. He's got some white in the ruff of his neck. His paws are white. So all of that is very traditional. And even though these guys genetically don't have the markings, especially the solid puppies, the temperament, the body structure, all the things that we love about the Bernedoodle are going to come through in this litter. There you go. Good boy, really handling this quite beautifully. Can you turn around and say hello to your fan base? Thank you, sweetheart. Just beautiful, nice thick coat on this puppy. Lots of wave. Good boy. Very nice. Good job, buddy. You did great. Hi everybody, we are back with Boy Lime. I woke him up from a nap and he's just kind of like, hey, I'd like to get back to my puppy pile. But Boy Lime is another really pretty solid apricot puppy. Nice wave in his coat. He does have some lighter markings on his feet. And one of the things that I really like about these solid puppies is that underneath their coat colors, their coat underneath is kind of light. And when you have a lot of wave in that coat, sometimes it can really bring out some really cool patterning. So he'll have some darker red spots with how the coat lays in one direction and some lighter spots in another. Those little feet will be nice and bright as he grows up. Look at how nice and relaxed he is here. It's like a little body massage. Good boy. This is Boy Lime. Good boy. You ready to get back to bed? Yeah. We have Boy Yellow here. Oh, yes. Hi there. Look at you. These puppies have really handled this very, very nicely. I was talking before a little bit about the biosensor training, and although I know that I didn't do a video on it, it's probably a good idea to tell you why it's so good for the puppies. So biosensor training starts when the puppies are 3 days old and it goes until they are 16 days old. And aside from normal cuddling, handling experiences that we, offer the puppies, these are a set of exercises that are just done for between 3 and 5 seconds every day. The exercises are all the same, and there's been really profound health benefits that are associated with the biosensor training. Now, I did talk to you a little bit about the stress before and how it helps puppies cope with stress, and we can absolutely see how that has happened here with these puppies. But it also has helped them with tolerance to disease. It's one of the proven benefits. All right. This is little boy yellow. Back, I've got 2 more for you. I'll continue with all the benefits in a second. We've got boy green here. So greater resistance to disease. It has been proven to show that they have greater adrenal gland function, which definitely helps them when they are exercising, especially if you've got dogs that are involved in sports. You've got much better recovery as far as that is concerned. Stronger heartbeats, better cardiovascular response, stronger response. And I think probably one of the most important things that I have found is that it helps them when they are learning. It kind of opens up their mind a little bit more. And what I'm going to tell you is going to sound a little crazy, but out of all the litters that I have tested or done this testing with, training with, I should say, compared to litters that before I knew about biosensor training, I have found that these puppies excel incredibly well. So in other words, what my 8-week-old pre-early neurological stimulation puppies would show behaviors in, I am starting to see those behaviors and confidences emerge at 5 weeks of age. So it is a really huge benefit. A lot of breeders don't do this, but I'm going to tell you that I am committed to you and my puppies, and if I can do anything to help the development of my puppies for their future and for your future, I'm going to do it. It's very important. Good puppy. You're so good. This is boy green. We are back with our final puppy. This is boy champagne. Yep, he's a little bit smaller. He's not as quite as large as his brothers. Certainly not a runt by any means, just a little bit smaller framed. Oh, are you gonna roll over? Oh yes, he's a snuggy puppy. Oh yeah, so this is gonna be a puppy that is just gonna love to be massaged and rubbed. Good boy. It's an apricot puppy. Good boy. Push your little footies. There you go. 1, 2. Very nice. There we go. We're gonna do our little clippers. Alrighty. You can see that this puppy has just handled, all the puppies have done extremely well with this exercise. So I'll continue to do this throughout their stay with me. Every week we'll expose them to the clippers with no blades, just that vibration. Definitely going to help keep those puppies desensitized for when they start going to the groomer, or you know what, maybe you're good with a pair of clippers and you're going to want to clip your own puppy. So there's no greater compliment than I can get from a groomer is, oh my gosh, you've done an outstanding job desensitizing these puppies. Because I'm going to tell you what, sometimes groomers have a really hard time dealing with doodle puppies or poodle puppies or any puppies that have not been desensitized. You know, you could have a Shih Tzu, you can have a Cavapoo, you know, any of those types of dogs that require grooming and shaving. If they're not desensitized at early ages, it can really be difficult to get a good clip on a dog. So this is why we do what we do. Hope you guys have a great week. Thanks for watching.